name's Heidi. I'm the host of the Science of Sleep podcast by Purflo. Today we're going to chat a bit about bedtime routines, both for babies and toddlers. As a mum of one myself, I've been there. Purflo have over 25 years of heritage in helping babies get to sleep safely. Purflo are partnering with Natural Baby Shower on the Natural Baby Show. So, what does a night with a newborn really look like? Before we have our babies, we hear all sorts of stories from friends, family, granny, the health visitor. But what's it really like behind closed doors? Well, it probably won't make you feel any better when I say everything is normal. Newborn babies do wake up a lot throughout the night. That is to be expected, and that is completely normal. They'll wake because they need a feed, they'll wake because they need their nappy changed, and they'll wake just because it's time for them to wake. And that's a really, really important thing to remember. Young babies sleep in cycles, typically of around 45 minutes. Now, as adults, we also sleep in cycles, but we can naturally join up those cycles throughout the night so that we sleep all the way through them without waking up. Whereas newborn babies will begin and end a cycle and then they will rouse and naturally wake up. That is completely normal. That means your baby may wake up every 45 minutes or perhaps every hour and a half or somewhere in between, because everyone's cycle is slightly different. That is completely normal behaviour and shows that your baby is developing healthily. It's really important to remember that, because in the middle of the night, when it feels like you've had absolutely no sleep at all and your baby's waking again, it can be really hard to keep your patience. But just remember that that is a sign that you've got a healthy, happy baby who's doing what they need to do. Their brain is developing so fast. Throughout the night, they're taking on board all of the experiences and the things they've seen and heard throughout the day. Their brain's processing them and committing them to memory. And all of that is quite disruptive. So when your baby wakes for the third, fourth, sixth time in the night, just try and remember that that's completely normal and to be expected. As they grow older, the wake-ups will become less frequent and the sleep periods will naturally join together and get longer. That doesn't mean they'll be a perfect sleeper by the time they're 6 months old, but what is perfect anyway? So long as how they're sleeping suits you and your family and you are okay with it, that's okay. A question that we get asked a lot is, should my baby have a routine? Well, first question, what does routine mean? All around the world, parents put their babies to bed differently. In different cultures, there are very, very different practices as to how that bedtime routine is done. There is truly no right or wrong, because all these different cultures, well, the babies still sleep. So whatever suits you and your family is the right thing for you. However, introducing some routine behaviours around bedtime can help your baby to know that it's time for bed, to pick up on those sleepy cues and to settle down to sleep a little bit easier. Now, when I say routine, I don't mean a strict time schedule, because guess what? Babies can't tell the time. So I don't mean that you should put your baby to bed at 6:30 every night and expect them to fall asleep by themselves and wake up at 6:30 in the morning. That's the way madness lies, because you are fighting a losing battle there. It's just not how babies work. When we talk about sleep routine, what we mean is putting in place certain patterns of behaviour, certain cues that help your baby to know that, okay, I'm safe, I'm comfortable, I'm settled, and I can drift off to sleep now. So what should you include in your baby's sleep routine? Well, here at Purflo, we've been working with baby's sleep for over 25 years. Our team of experts have studied it. They know what parents like and they know what babies like. We're also working with Dr. Caroline Fertelman. She's a consultant paediatrician and an expert in baby sleep. Now together we've looked at the products and identified which ones are the real essentials, the real game changers. And first of all, I'd like to introduce the Purflo Swaddle to Sleep. This is effectively a mini baby sleep bag for newborns. Now, baby sleep bags are a safer way to put your baby to sleep because they eliminate the risk of loose blankets going over the baby's face, of baby slipping down under those blankets, or of baby getting twisted in them. Also, because they're TOG rated, it makes it really easy for you to know how to dress your baby to sleep depending on the room temperature. So you can just look at the TOG rating of your baby sleep bag or swaddle to sleep and dress your baby accordingly. The swaddle to sleep also allows you to swaddle your baby arms in or arms out. So if your baby responds well to the feeling of being swaddled, you can fold their arms or put them like this, whatever's most comfortable for them, and then put the swaddle on with the armholes pocketed up, and they'll keep their arms comfortably close to their body inside the stretchy jersey. So they have a little bit of wriggle room, but it's keeping them feeling nice and snug. Now the purpose of swaddling is to dampen the effect of the Moro reflex. That's a natural reflex that newborn babies have. And that is what makes them startle. So if they hear a sound like your fork on a dinner plate, they will naturally, in their sleep, fling their arms and legs out, which will of course wake them up when they hit the side of the cot. And so we swaddle them to help dampen that reflex. So although they still have the reflex, the arms can't fling out. And that helps just to keep them nice and sleepy. However, the skirt of the swaddle to sleep has a nice rounded shape, which means that your baby can lie in a natural froggy-legged position. This is hip healthy as recognised by the International Hip Dysplasia Institute, and it allows for normal, comfortable development of their legs and hip bones. Using familiar bedding for your baby every time that it's time to go to sleep and putting them in a familiar, comforting position, such as being swaddled, is a clear cue to them that now it's time to close your eyes, relax and go to sleep, which can help them to drift off more easily, settle more quickly and potentially sleep for longer, hopefully meaning a little bit less up in the middle of the night for mum and dad. Whatever your baby's sleep routine, it's really important that they sleep safely. According to the Lullaby Trust, they should sleep on a firm, flat mattress with a new mattress for each new baby. They must sleep on their back until they can roll over by themselves. And they shouldn't have anything covering their face or any toys loose in the cot. The Purair crib from Purflo is recommended by Dr. Caroline Fertelman, consultant paediatrician. It has a small footprint so that it can sit safely by the side of your bed so that baby can sleep in the same space as you for the first 6 months, as recommended by the Safer Sleep Guidelines. The outside is made of Purflo's signature breathable mesh, which allows great airflow throughout the cot to stop CO2 pooling and to prevent any risk of suffocation and overheating. It also comes with a very cute toy bar and a light and sound sleep aid attached to the crib, which means that you've got it all in one there. So you've made it through the baby years and now you've got a toddler. A toddler who's willful, who knows their own mind and who really doesn't understand clock change, but do any of us. You can really help a toddler to know when it's time to wake up and when it's time to go to sleep by using the Purflo Snoozy Sleep Trainer clock. It's a visual aid that sits on their bedside table, which helps them to know when it's nighttime and when it's daytime. Before they can even tell the time, they can just glance at their bedtime clock and see whether it's blue or yellow, indicating night and day. So if they wake up at 4 in the morning, they don't have to call out for you to find out. They know at a glance that it's not time to wake up yet. And then in the morning, the clock turns yellow and they can get up. It has no wires and it's rechargeable so that it's safe just in case they get their hands on it. You can take it with you when you travel on holiday or to the grandparents. And if you use this consistently over a period of time, thousands of parents have seen great success with building this into their toddler routine to help them know when it's a reasonable time to get up and watch cartoons in the morning. Thanks for joining Purflo and Natural Baby Shower for this chat about baby and toddler sleep routines. If you need any more guidance and advice, please check the Lullaby Trust website for safer sleep guidelines and head to the Natural Baby Shower website where they've got lots of articles and information to help you through every sleepless night.